Well, hi Warriors, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, I'm Jim. This is my wife Cindy. We had a video that we put out a couple videos ago about this bedroom set. It's a dresser, nightstand, and headboard, and we showed it as a no paint flip. We listed the set on Facebook Marketplace, and we have not received any offers on it. We kind of pushed the price in the beginning, and over the past week or week and a half, we've lowered the price several times. We are at a point where if we lower the price anymore, we feel that we can make more profit by painting it than by selling it as is. So we're going to change our strategy, even though we've done several no paint flips before. On this one, we're going to change our strategy. We're going to go ahead and paint it. I'm going to let Cindy tell you a little bit about that.
We found a new brand that is a quicker dry time, cure time, that is really hard, and they have a special prep that you use on it, so it doesn't require like sanding.
Yeah, so this new paint requires minimal prep work. They have a solution that you put on that cleans and preps the piece, and then basically you go straight to painting. So we're going to see how that works. We're curious. They say it's very durable, very hard paint, and we want to test it out. We want to see if it actually works like they say it does, and we're going to let you know one way or another whether or not it does,
Yes, we will.
and whether or not we like the way the paint goes on, how it looks, how it levels. We're going to kind of evaluate the whole thing and let you know, and we're going to do it right here on these pieces with you guys watching, so you'll be able to see any problems we have as well as any major successes, so to speak. So we're going to get going with this, and we'll be right back to start on our prep work. Welcome to our channel. I'm Jim, and this is my wife Cindy. We find old, outdated, used, and sometimes abused furniture like this and turn it into this. Join us on our journey of furniture makeovers. Okay guys, we're going to get started on this nightstand. We're going to do some preliminary stuff, a little bit of taping and taking out the drawers and taking off the hardware. So we'll start with that.
Okay, Warriors, so here we are. We've got our pieces taped off for our really cool design that we're going to do with our brand new product, Rethunk Junk. This is a resin paint and prep that we're going to try for the very first time. I'm very excited to try it, but I am really nervous too. So here we go.
You gonna use the scrubby?
Yeah, I think I'm going to use the scrubby. We went ahead and got the prep and the scrubby to prepare our pieces.
quick disclaimer, guys.
Should we cut these in half?
We could.
Let's do that.
A quick disclaimer. As you know, we had prepped this before to sell it as is, and we waxed all the furniture. So in order to get all the wax off, just so you know, we did use crud cutter on it, scrubbed it down to get all the wax off. So we just want to make sure that all that wax was gone before we started doing our stuff. Normally, you would just use the prep to clean the piece. We did the crud cutter just to make sure we had all that brand new wax off there.
I'm nervous. Okay. See, we haven't even used it. It's not even spraying yet. There it goes. Good enough?
So, as long as it's,
Kind of does smell like window cleaner.
and it does. Okay, and there's no rinsing. After you do the prep, you leave it, and it's ready for paint.
So then they say the directions on the jar says prep, clean place while we recommend using prep to ensure a clean surface. Paint. Shake well and apply thin first coat. Then dry. When dry, apply second coat. So we're gonna shake it.
Okay guys, I just wanted to give you a little more of a close-up. You can see it does not cover all the way on the first coat, and it's not meant to. It's just supposed to be a light coat. Okay, so that gives you a pretty good idea how it looks after the first coat. Looks like a hot mess. Okay guys, the pieces are all finished up. We just wanted to give you a little insight, I guess, as to how we felt about the paint and how that all worked since it was new paint to us. The Rethunk Junk by Laura. It's not a mineral paint. It's definitely not a chalk paint. It is a resin paint, and it does go on differently. The first coat especially goes on more like a glaze, I guess. It spreads very thin, leaves a very thin coat, but that's what it's supposed to do. That's what gives you your initial bonding to the furniture. Once you get to your second, and even if you have to do a third coat like we did, which was fine, it goes on really nice. It levels exceptionally well.
No brush strokes.
You can't even see brush strokes in this piece, and we did not spend extra time, you know, trying to really level it out. We just put it on and covered it, and it just leveled itself out, which was really
No
nice.
sanding.
Yeah, there was no sanding on the piece for prep work. We just sprayed it with their prep and wiped it down, and then went straight to paint. And I'll tell you, I've banged this already 3 or 4 times by accident. We don't have a single chip in it.
No.
And the paint is only hours old. I mean, it's not even, you know, if I banged a piece of furniture with chalk paint or mineral paint on it, like I hit this thing a couple times already moving it, trying to get it staged, we would have had chips in it, we would have been touching up. So the paint is really durable, it's really hard. It feels really good. It's like a very soft, is that the word, soft?
Yeah, smooth.
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 So we really like the paint. My feeling is it's well worth it to tape, because when you put the paint on, you're really just whipping through it, putting it on. It's very quick painting.
Yeah.
And I think without tape, I think it would be a little hard to edge something, just because of the way the paint goes on. So taping, I think, is something you'd want to do using this paint, but taping goes quick and it leaves you nice straight edges and lines. And I usually tape certain edges and lines with chalk paint or mineral paint anyway. So, any comments?
The only thing I found was because we painted with chalk paint and mineral paint, when I was putting on the first coat and it wasn't completely covering the piece, I really had to tell myself, thin. That's okay, that's okay, that's okay. But
That's
I
how
got
it's
used
supposed
to it
yeah.
pretty quickly.
That's how it's supposed to go on. And I was doing the same thing. It was hard because the coverage on the first coat is nothing like coverage on a mineral paint or chalk paint. It's really thin, and you can see almost all the wood through it. But you can see it's on there. You can see the coating, but it's almost like a translucent see-through kind of coating, the first one you put on.
Yeah.
But that's the way it's supposed to be. That's actually your kind of like your bonding coat that bonds to the furniture. And like I said, it's obviously it's bonding really well the way I clobbered this thing a couple times.
And we loved the prep.
Yeah, the prep was really quick.
The paint had no smell.
No, none.
I didn't notice any smell.
I didn't
at
smell
all.
anything either. So this is going to be great for us because, you know, being in the Chicago area in the winter, I do have a heater in the garage. So if it's moderately mild in the winter, I can still heat up the garage and work. But there's times when it just gets too darn cold and I can't keep the garage warm enough.
Then
So
my living room becomes our workroom.
yeah, and I don't have any problem bringing pieces in the house and painting with this at all.
Yeah.
And the fact that, you know, if we have to sand something because of damage, I could always do that out here and, you know, fill any nicks we need to and sand it out here real quick. But for pieces that don't need that, we can bring them straight in the house, prep them, and paint them. We don't have to. We don't have to do smelly primers. We don't have to do dusty sanding. I mean, it's awesome.
Really
It's awesome. I
awesome
can't say
paint.
enough about this paint.
Yes.
So anyway, I like it. I would recommend it. We're going to be doing more pieces in it. And I think we're probably going to be testing some more things as we go along. We brushed this on and the brushing went really fast. I don't know if I would spray it or not. It is water-based. It cleans up easy. recommend you do use soap. We know that, I tried washing my hands without soap, just water, not so much. As soon as I put a little bit of soap in my hands, all the paint came right off. Same thing with the brushes, just added a little soap.
Easy to clean up.
Everything came right out of the brushes. So, that all worked real well. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I mean, if you have any questions about the paint, let us know in the comments. I'd be glad to answer any questions. But I think we're going to be using it I know we're going to be using it on other pieces. But I think we're going to maybe test doing some other things. We might try spraying it. We might try doing a little bit of blending with it and see if that can be done. We're not quite sure what all we can do with this paint yet, but we're going to probably play around with it and see what we can do, see what happens. So, but yeah, I'd highly recommend the paint. And we are not sponsored by Rethunk Junk.
No.
We're not affiliates of Rethunk Junk, at least not yet. But we might be if I can work that out. We really do. I can't say enough about it. So, okay, guys, that's it. So if you have any questions, just ask us in the comments. I'd be glad to answer anything that you'd like to know. So, with that, have a flippin' awesome day.